guitar, baby. Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? Well, this guitar right here was brought to me yesterday by a nice lady. Saw our ad in Google, and she brought this over, and there is a real good story behind it. They were digging around in the attic and found this little gem laying up in the attic. And it's got a few problems. You know, the bridge here is a little bit twisted, and man, you can tell she needs some new strings and stuff. But it's definitely kind of pretty. I like that color. Let's see what else we got here. What else we gotta do? Looks like we need. Oh man, look at that! It needs a new nut. And let's see what else we got. Oh, we're gonna have to fix this over here. Needs a knob on the tuning key. Let's see how this side looks. That side looks pretty good. But she's been sitting up there for a while. Look, they took a chunk of that old nut out of there. And it's got a grimy fretboard. But you can't even hardly see those frets in there. We're going to have to make them suckers shine, ain't we? Oh yeah. It's a nice little guitar. We're going to get her playing again. Because, you know, that's what we do here at MOJO Shop Guitar. But the question is, what brand is it? See, it has no name. We know it's got a steel reinforced neck. We know that much. Let's see. Let's turn it around. Well, it's made in Korea, and it is a S501. Now, I have heard of the S company there. I do have a S101. That's a Telecaster, so maybe it's the same company. Let's set it down here. Let's take a look through the peek see through the F-hole there. Don't really see anything inside there. But, we got to fix her own up. Put some new strings on it, get the bridge all set, get everything taken care of, nut taken care of, tuner taken care of, man. Well, better hurry up and get on over there. Let's take her over to the bench. What do you say? Alright, here we are over at the bench here. Let me see if I can get my angle right here. There we go. Tighten down there we go. Alright. Now, you can see we got a little beautiful little acoustic here. And we're going to make it play again. Who knows how old it is. You know, they probably made these things for years. But by the looks of the wear and the checking and stuff like that on it, you know, just the way it is, I would probably have to say that it's at least 40 years old. Somewhere in that neighborhood, but you know, I could be wrong. Anyway, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take these strings off here, and we're just going to go ahead and cut these right off here, just like this here. And well, they got some tough strings on it. And this lady was real nice. She brought over this guitar. They found it up in the attic. And I like customers that are prepared when they get here, because she had all of her parts and stuff like that and everything she needed. So I had to get anything for it, and I can go right to work on it. Alright, we're going to pull these old strings off here. And you can tell these strings right here, I don't know if you can see that on there. They got the little red material around there, and they don't really do that too much no more. So then these might actually be the original strings from this guitar. You never know. But we're going to get them off of there. I think we're going to... I'm not sure what kind of strings we're going to put on it. We might put some nylons on it. We might put some regular steel strings back on it, what it came with. That is going to be... Well, we could probably put just about anything we want on there. So I think maybe we will go ahead and put the nylons on there. But then that changes the nut, doesn't it? Yeah. I think we're going to put steel strings on it. Because if we don't, then the nut's going to have to be cut and all that kind of good stuff. And if we put steel strings on it, then the nut should be in the ballpark, at least ready, good to go. All right, so let's get this Let's get these strings off of here. Oh, I'm out of the shot, ain't I? Yeah, let's get in the shot here. Okay, next thing we got to do is take these strings off the top up here. And sometimes these can be a little bit of a pain. So let's just give these tuners a whirl. We'll see where the tuners are at. In fact, I think I might even get out my twirler whirler right here. Get out the old twirler whirler. And we will just twirly whirl these suckers right out of here. Yeah, it seems like they're moving pretty good. They're gonna come out. There we go. Got that one out. I love a guitar with a story. You know? It's just, it kind of just adds, it's just not a guitar, you know? It's one that we rescued from an attic. You know, who knows how many more years it would have been able to last up in the attic. I mean, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's probably a nice dry attic and everything like that, but still, you know, that's up there. You know, you get, who knows what could happen to it. It's nice. It's going to be rescued. It's going to get some love. Well, that's that one that's missing. We're going to have to just get in there and get that one. Shove that through. Oh, look at it. Broke right off. Come right off. Hey, hey, what do you know? All right, let's get this one. That's wrong way. That way. Yep. Look at these strings off here. And then the first things we'll do is we will address this nut right here. And we will address these tuning keys here. We'll get them all straight, and then we can proceed with the rest of it. There we go. Right which way I was going. There we go. That's cool. Hey, what do you know? We got them all. And there we are. There's our old strings. We're just going to kind of wind them up a little bit, get them in the garbage. All right, she's free of her old strings. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe we'll zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Put this up here, right back here. There we go. And we are going to get that nut out of there. Let's see. Let's get ourselves a little flat screwdriver here and something to tap with just a little bit. We'll see how that comes out of there. And we're just going to kind of give it a little bit of a. Tell you what, well, here's what we'll do. We'll just go just like this right here. There we go, and it's going to come right out of there in pieces, just the way we want it. Throw that in the garbage. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our screwdriver and kind of clean that area up a little bit. Okay, and I think our next step is going to be to take a little bit of sandpaper after it. You want to get in there and scuff that up real good. So we're just going to kind of fold a piece of sandpaper over a little bit and get right in there on that, where that nut was. So we're going to put a brand new, it's going to get a brand new bone nut in there, which is a very high quality nut. You know, that's what you want to see on the top end guitars. So we'll get in that crack just a little bit there. Get that old glue out of there. Want a nice, clean, so it sits right up against that fretboard real nice. There we go. We'll give that a whirl. Okay, I think I got that pretty clean without scuffing things up too much. All right, now we got a new nut for it. The lady come over. She brought us a couple of bone nuts for it. They're both exactly the same. And a couple of saddles there. So we're going to make that. She's making my life real easy over here. Okay, let's see how that fits in there. Does that fit in there nice? Let's see. What's this one look like? A little bit different. They are a little bit different. Just a little bit. But we're going to see. Is that going to sit in there right? Sometimes you just, you got to sit it in there and you got to eyeball it and just kind of go, what's it looking like? Okay, well, we're going to take a look at something else. We'll be right back. Alrighty. I just wanted to go find something I could get in here and get this scraped out real good. The nut wasn't sitting in there just the way I liked it. It's got to sit in there just right so that your string height will be just right. So we're just cleaning away some of this gunk that's on there. You want to get the end of the fretboard too, so that way it butt up against there real nice. And then we get down in that crack real good. Alright, now let's test fit our nut there. Yeah, looks good to me. Alright. Tell you what, let's go find ourselves a little bit of glue. We'll get that glued in there real good. Just want to use a little. Alrighty. Just put a little bit on the bottom. I got a little bit of glue on the end of my screwdriver here. I don't want a whole lot. I just want to put a little bit across there. And then we'll put a little bit across this side here. Just where the fretboard's going to be. Just a little bit. There we go. And we don't need a whole lot, just a little. Alright, very good, very good. Now we're just going to kind of blow on that a little bit. You know how it is with the glue. Alright. Now here's a little trick I'm going to tune you in on that I learned about glue and stuff. The thing you do is you can do this if you want it to set up a little bit quicker. Here's what you can do. You get it glued up, you get it set into place like that, okay? And then just go ahead and pull it away for a second. Let some air get in there. Stuff like that. And then go ahead and stick it right back down there. And that will help get you where you want to be quicker. Alright, there we go. Okay, now let's work on this tuning peg over here. In fact, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put a piece of tape over this, over the top of this nut here so it don't fall out on me. Don't want that to happen. Here, we'll just take a piece of this. Oh, here I got a piece of cellophane tape right here. That'll work too. Just a good old piece of good old-fashioned cellophane tape. We'll just tape that right down like that. Just tape it right into place. There we go. Now she ain't going nowhere. Now, we'll come on over here. We'll flip this on the side here. And, I think what we're going to try to do is just take this right out without even having to take it apart. Dusty, crusty screwdriver. Here we in the shot. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take this screw right here out. It has the side thing. It has the... And then we can probably just take this. Is it coming out? Or is it just turning? Oh, it is just turning. There we go. That should come out of there. I had to hold it with my finger. Okay, now that comes out right there. And then this piece should come right out like that. Look at that. Voila. And where's the piece I'm putting in there? Oh, down here. Okay, now we'll take this piece here and we'll slide it right back up in there where that is. Hopefully she goes in there no problem. Should be about the same size. Maybe it's not. Okay, tell you what we'll do. We'll fit this side in. See if that fits in there. And it does. It is just a tight fit. Okay, so we will get this side over here to accept it. Okay, that takes it. Okay, so now we can should be able to just sit that right in there like that. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give it just a little bit of help. There. The pliers. Yes, I drove it home. Over here. We'll drive it home over here. We'll give it a turn. And it's turning just fine. Okay. Now we're going to take our screw here. Put that back up through there. Okay. We're holding that, and we're going to put our nut back on here. Tell you what, let's put our gear back on first. So we're going to put that on just right, or it's not going to go on. Because that has to line up with the, it's squared off. I don't know if you can see that, but let's zoom in some more. Back up right there. Okay, you can see the, I don't know if you can see that, but it's squared off a little bit. So this has to go right on top of there. So what we are going to do is we're going to make sure that that top piece is pushed back all the way. Okay. Now we're bringing this up all the way. And now we will stick our gear on. We gotta make sure we stick our gear on the right way. It's supposed to go. There's only one way it can go on there. Okay, we got that in. We'll put our screw back in here. Still holding it. Whoa. That was a screw. There it is. I'll get it started a little bit. There we go. Got it screwed down there. Look at that. Alright, let's see how well it works. It works. It's a little tight. Just needs a little bit of lubrication. Let's try a little bit of our good old coconut oil on it. A little bit of something in there. Alright, let's try that. Oh yeah, a little bit of lubrication made a world of difference. Look at that. She's going around like she belongs. Oh, look at that. Oh, it freed right up. Look at that. Like downtown. Yeah, well, alright. Alright, so we're in good shape here. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is while we're here, we might as well go ahead and do a little bit of maintenance on these right here. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean these up. And we're going to lubricate them. And we're going to make them look real pretty. Because I think we're at the stage where we're about ready to start cleaning things up. Or maybe there's one other thing I want to look at this saddle, this bridge down here. So we're going to zoom out. Oop. Okay. And we'll move back over here a little bit. Some of this junk out of our way here. And we're going to come down here and take a peek at this here saddle. Let's see how we're doing. There we go. Okay. Now, this right here and this piece right here are not the same, not in 100 years. So, we're not putting a new saddle in it. We are, however, going to try to see what is up with the one that's on here. And it looks like it's doing all right. So what we're going to do though is we are going to loosen these screws just a little bit. It should let that raise up a little teeny bit. They're coming right out of there. One or the other. Yeah, we'll take these screws right out. We'll see what's going on with this. Sometimes you just gotta take stuff apart and explore, see what it does. See what it's, you know, what's going on with it. Let's see, I think we can take that right out of there now. come out of there. Make sure that's all freed up and everything. Let's see. Let's get the old pick out. And this ain't a pick; it's a weeding tool for our cricket. It seems to work good for a lot of different things. Look at that! Pull that sucker right out of there, no problem. And as you can see, it's just a kind of a yellow piece. This might be bone. It has a bony feel, but maybe it's probably just plastic. But it looks like it's in good shape. It's still got, you know, quite a bit of, you know, it's not all wore out or anything like that. And then we get a little bit better look at our stuff here. And, you know, I don't really think there's going to be much we're going to be able to do with this right down here. But we are going to go ahead and start cleaning it up and things now. So, first thing that we want to do is we want to work on this fretboard, I think. Or maybe we'll clean the headstock up. Maybe we'll clean the headstock up first so we get all that good stuff looking decent. Okay? So, we're going to move back down here again. There we go. Maybe we'll tighten in a little bit. Alright. We're starting off with our nice big brand new nut on there. Okay, now we're going to turn this on its side again. And we're going to kind of just get in here with the brush and maybe a few other little things to kind of clean it up a little bit. Got a little bit of a little brush. See how that starts cleaning up in there. It's not looking too bad, but we're going to kind of get in there with the Scotch-Brite pad just a little bit and just kind of try to get things shined up just a little bit. Okay, we'll flip the other side over. We'll do the same thing over on that side. You know, it's not really looking too bad, and I think that if I just clean this up a little bit with some alcohol, it's probably going to look just fine. So, I think that's going to be the next step for me, is to just go ahead and start wiping things down with a little bit of alcohol on a rag. You'd be surprised how good of a job that does. I'm gonna find me a rag here. It ain't all disgusting. Let me see here. Tear something out. That's the nice thing about old clothes. Tear them up using for rags. They work just fine on old guitars. There we go. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead. Yeah, we'll leave the view where it's at. We're going to go ahead and soak this rag down. Well, not soak it down, but I'm putting quite a bit of alcohol on it. Just a good old rubbing alcohol. That's all you need. Cleans everything up real nice. And we're just going to kind of go over the knobs. You know, it's been up in the attic. You know, I mean, it needs to be cleaned. So we're just going to get in there with the rag and get everything all nice and clean. We can. Yep, I can see some of that stuff is coming off right there. And we will keep an eye on what we're doing here so we don't mess anything up. And we'll come around back here to the sides and get a little bit. And we'll go over the whole thing. You know, we got all kinds of dirt and snark and junk like that. And you know what we're doing is we're getting all the oil, grease, foreign junk off of it. Then that way, when we if we polish it, put some wax on it and stuff, we're putting it on a clean guitar, not one that's got, you know, 30-year-old dust and dirt on it. So we're getting in there and cleaning this stuff up real nice. You know, about as nice as we can. And as soon as we get done doing this, wiping her down good, we're going to go ahead and Put a little bit of lube on the tuners so they're in good shape. And you know, so they're moving good and smooth. You know, we get them whirling around. They ain't been whirled around in a little while. Look at that. She's shining right up. Look at that. Boy, you think she just, you know, you just took it out the box. Little piece of green fuzz hanging off there. No green fuzzies. All right, got it. All right. Now we're gonna move on to this neck here. Put a little bit more rubbing alcohol on there. And I think now that we have done the one part, we can go ahead and take the tape off here. So I don't want to leave a tape mark. Okay. There we go. Is that starting to stick down to where I want it? Yes, it is good. Alright. I'll go ahead and start wiping this neck down. Not too bad. It will widen out a little bit. You know, if I start moving out of the shot, you guys got to tell me, so I get back in the shot. Leave me hanging now. All right, I'm gonna start down here, work our way up. I think she's gonna clean up real nice. We'll get this fretboard cleaned up a little bit. We'll get a little bit of hydration in it. We'll go over it with the Scotch-Brite pad, get her cleaned up good. And then we'll see if it's level, how level it is. I don't think we have a... No, there's no truss rod or anything like that in this. So, it is what it is. We won't be able to adjust it or anything, but we can get it. You know, we can do justice to it. You know, it's not too bad for dirt and junk like that. Not too bad at all. Okay, now we're just going to take a regular old green Scotch-Brite pad and we're going to go over the top of this. And you can see that those frets are already starting to come to life. I don't know if you can see that yet, but we'll do that down here. How about we start down here? Start down here. And you see those frets are already starting to come to life there. Yeah, we're going to get them nice and shiny. But we're, you know, we're kind of working our way down here. We're going to start off with this Scotch-Brite pad, going over it. Just kind of cleaning and sanding, sort of, you know. And then we'll go over it with the steel wool, and we'll get it real nice and shiny, and get it real nice and clean. And, oh, it's just gonna play like like better than the day that you got it. I'll tell you one thing: it's gonna play better than the day it was made. And anytime you anytime you take a guitar to get it set up, you know, to get it worked on, or, you know, not that it needs something, but what I'm trying to say is, if you get it set up, or you have it, you know, kind of gone over by a luthier, and have it checked out and stuff, it's always going to play better than it did when it comes from the factory. Any guitar that you buy still needs to go off to be set up for the way you play, the way you like it, and just set up in general, because they come close from the factory, but the factory can't get it right on the nose because of things like temperature change and the way it's shipped. You know, it could go up in a plane where it goes up way up in this, you know, way up where it's cold, and it gets frozen and cold, and then it comes. Then when they land in a warm place, and you know that guitar just went through a big temperature change, and that's bad for guitar. That'll throw off all the settings, basically. You know, it'll throw it all off, and you know, then when you go to play this, you know, it's out of whack. So every guitar needs to be set up. And if you move from one climate to the other, you should probably have it set up too. To take it in and get it looked at. Okay, we're going back over it one more time with a little bit of alcohol. Okay, just kind of get some of the stuff we scuffed up from it. All right, and you know, that's another nice little thing. You know, this guitar was in an attic. Okay, it was in an attic a little while ago. I don't know how long ago, but probably not too long ago. And guess where it's at now? It's on a video on YouTube. You know, it was sitting in nowhere. I mean, talk about a rescue. I mean, from an attic. You know, it was sitting up there that didn't know what was going to happen to it. And now someone is going to get this guitar, and they're going to play it, and they're going to love it. And that is what, that's what this kind of what this channel is all about. It really is. It's, you know, these guitars that were for these forgotten guitars, like the land of forgotten toys. You know what I mean? The land of forgotten guitars. They, you know, we're bringing them back. We're bringing them back to life. And they're, you know, and they pay us back for that kind of stuff. You know, they love us. They take good care of us. Okay, now I got a piece of steel wool. We're gonna go over this whole fretboard one more time with some steel wool. And I'm going to kind of pay special attention to the frets to make sure that I get them real good. But I am trying to smooth out the wood a little bit too. But look at those frets, they're coming right back. They are looking good. Yep. You know, they say the guitar is going out of style and stuff, and well, I got a feeling that it ain't, if it is, it ain't gonna be out of style for long. You know? Hell, bell bottoms came back, didn't they? You know? The guitar is a very versatile and integral instrument in the music world. You can't have music, I mean you can, but you know, you gotta have some guitar in there somewhere. It's just, it's that important. And we're bringing, and we're keeping it, I'm doing my best to try to keep it all alive. Look at that. Got her all shined up. Whew. Threw a lot of, I gotta bring this over here and blow off all that steel wool junk. Alright. Looky there, looky there. And you know what we're gonna do next? We're gonna put some hydration in it. We're gonna give it some love. We're gonna put some coconut oil. This wood is about as dry as it can be, but because you know the alcohol that we put on, the rubbing alcohol that we put on it cleans the surface, but it don't soak in and it dries up real quick, and that's what I want. I don't want anything. We're not trying to get this. Just think if you had put some kind of watery something on this neck, with it being as dry as it was, it would have just soaked it right up, and then you'd have soggy wood. You know, nobody wants soggy wood on their guitar. You know, you go to play it and it's, you know, nope. I put a little bit too much on there. I'll take a little bit of that off. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of rub this in with our fingers real good, getting it into all the little spots. You can see it's just grabbing it, sucking it up. So give me some. I love it. And it's probably this neck may have never been oiled. Never had anything on it. Alright. Let that sit on there for half a second. Just keep rubbing it in. And you know, I'm noticing that there's a nice sharp edge along the fretboard right here. Maybe we'll chop that down. We'll take that down a little bit. Maybe we'll run a little piece of paper over the side there so it takes out those. So it's got a little bit of fret end action on it. You know, could use a little bit of neck work. Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and rub this stuff off. You know, we're going to rub it around like that. And then we're going to come back with a spot that ain't full of stuff. Alright, and then we're just going to kind of go back and forth because we don't want to pack it into the frets. So we're going to go back and forth so we get in between those, right to the edge of the frets. Good. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. Yeah, buddy. Alright. We got that all taken care of. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to take our little tool here. It's my little toolbox. And we're going to take our little height gauge here. And I know everybody thinks that's crazy, but we're going to knock down this edge a little bit right down here. We're going to roll this edge, and we're just going to kind of go over it a little bit with this. We're just kind of rolling it over a little bit. Okay? So all we're doing is just smoothing that edge off a little bit. We're just going to kind of go up and down the neck doing this. Just kind of scraping it over a little bit. And we'll take that little hard edge off. It just makes it a little bit easier to play. And that's what we're trying to do with this thing. We're trying to make it easy to play. She hasn't played in a few years. In fact, since she was a kid. And she wants to get it back. She saw it. And this might even have been her old guitar. Who knows? But it was... She wants to play it again. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm careful when I get down here. I don't want to... You know, that don't really matter too much down there. It's not going to... On this kind of guitar, you're not really playing down there anyways, you know. Let's see, we're going back over that one more time. We'll make sure that's nice and smooth. And then we're going to go over it with some sandpaper. Alright, we'll wipe that off a little bit. Okay, we'll give it a feel. And it can still use a little bit of file action. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get out our file here. And we're just going to kind of go over these ends just a little bit. And just kind of roll them over. Not doing a whole lot to this, but we're just gonna kind of, you know, just trying to make it feel a little bit smoother, and this kind of stuff, you know, is important. And you know, like I'm just starting out, and if a customer has, you know, a guitar that's, you know, just like this one here, not much of a guitar, but you can make it play nice and feel nice. You know, that kind of adds to your abilities, because hey, you can take some guitar that, you know, nobody even, you know, that really isn't playing all that well, and you know, doesn't really mean anything to anybody. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a nobody guitar, no name guitar, make it something. So that's what we're trying to do here. Just gonna kind of smooth these over, because you know your thumb slides along this side too. So we'll get this side a little bit too, just sort of taking the hard edge off the end of that fret there. You know, because they just cut them off, and then they run a file down the side here, and those little edges are still a little bit sharp. So we're smoothing them up so that if you run your thumb up and down here, it feels a little bit smoother. Just the sort of thing, you know? And with, you know, me just starting off and stuff like that, well, I'm not, you know, starting off, but you're always trying to grow your business, let me put it that way. So, me trying to grow my business, I want to make sure that things are right. Now I'm just going to take a little piece of old 600 sandpaper and just kind of go over this edge a little bit. And that's just going to kind of smooth things off just a little bit. We'll feel it. Oh, yeah, much better, much better. Yeah, that makes a big difference. All right. All right, we got that good. All right. We'll wipe it off one more time. Okay. And guess what? We're going to hydrate it one more time. We're going to put a little bit more stuff on it. We're going to give it some more love one more time. We give that a chance to soak in. Now we're going to give it another little coat. You know, it's been a while. So 2 coats, yes, definitely 2 coats are in order. And we want to get a little bit on that edge there where we worked it up, because the oil will kind of cover up the, you know, where we went over on the edge there. Okay, it makes that a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's nice and smooth. Yeah, we're going to get some strings on this. We'll get it cleaned up the rest of the way, get some strings on it real nice. Should be playing in no time. Alright. Alright, we got her. Alright, tell you what. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to give this whole guitar a wipe down with a little bit of alcohol on the rag and stuff and get it nice and clean. And then I'll be right back. Alright? Alrighty. We went ahead and we cleaned it off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and stuff like that. And now I've taken just a little bit of our polishing compound here, and I've rubbed it in there, and that's taken off some of the stuff. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit it with the buffer, and we're going to buff this out just a little bit and see how nice and shiny we can get it. Alrighty, I like that a lot. We're gonna go ahead and flip it over and we're gonna do the back side now. Yep. We're just gonna take a little bit of that polishing compound. We'll show you this. Show you this kind of the way we do it over here. Okay, we get shot. Yeah, there we go. So we're just gonna take a little bit of our polishing compound and put it on the back there. Not too much. Take a little soft rag, just sort of wipe it around a little bit. That'll just take some of the scratches, some of the scuff marks, some of the years of stuff. Takes it off there. I'm not going to get all the scratches out and everything like that, but it's going to look a whole lot better. Now we're going to flip it over on the side here. We'll just kind of give the sides a little bit too. They need some love too, don't they? Yep. Yep, and then we'll flip it over. We'll do a little bit on this side here. Maybe that'll take some of those little paint marks off. Oop. Let's not bust my tuner job I just did. There we go. Alright. Got the back. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to have to take the buffer over it and go ahead and do that same thing we did with the front. Just pull it out of there. Looky there, whatever that looks like. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit these sides real quick here. I know I'm not going to be in the shot, but we're going to do that real quick. Alright. Alright, we're going to call that good right there. And tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wipe this down and get it all pretty, and we'll be right back. Well, here we are. We're all done shining her up. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so these tools are. Man, I'm telling you. For being in the attic, oh, look at that. She shined up real sweet. Look at that. Oh, my. I mean, it's like, look at that. Look at that. And see, there was a scuff mark right down here in the end. And there's a little bit of damage. We took care of that. It looks a lot better. Look at that there. Oh, baby. Look at that back. This baby got some back. There's a nice, sweet one. Oh, look at that. All right. It's time. This is the time we've all been waiting for. We are going to put the strings back on her. See which side that goes on. We're going to put that back down in there. I want to go that with a Scotch-Brite pad a little bit. Get that cleaned up a little bit more. It's got some scuffy junk on it. I don't like that. It looks junky. We're going for that new old look. Oh yeah, now it's looking good. Should we get it going in the right way? Yeah, I think that's the right way right there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we get her in there. She is down in there. Okay. Now we got a couple of screws here that need to go back in there. And I think we're going to take them screws. We're going to give them just a little bit of a a steel wool treatment. It's going to kind of scuff up the head of them a little bit with the steel wool, you know, so they don't look like we just, you know, didn't care. I mean, they're already kind of rusty, so just getting them that little bit of cleaning ain't gonna hurt nothing. There we go. A couple swipes across the old steel wool pad. It's not great, but it's better than it was. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get that E-root down. Stick it back in here. All right, we'll stick that in there. Like that there. Okay. Other screwdriver. And stick that one right in there like that there. Start to screw that down. And it's a real innovative design here. Basically the screw goes into the saddle and the washer keeps it, you know. When it gets the washer, it pulls it up a little bit. But I'm just trying to make it touch. So I ain't trying to raise it up. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, let's, we gotta put just a little bit of lubricant on the saddles. I mean on the tuners. So we are going to do that. Let's see, where's my good stuff? Where's my good stuff? We gotta put the good stuff on it. We can't put the junk on it. Right. Alright. Oh, there it is. Alright. Now we're just going to turn this way, and we're just going to put just a touch of oil there. Just a touch, and we're going to rub it around a little bit. Okay? And we're going to turn our tuner so it gets all that love in there. And did you feel it loose? What did you guys tell me? There we are. Okay, we're just putting a little bit of lube in there, and then we're turning that around, and man, that loosened right up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our screwdriver here. We're just going to check this. We're going to check all these screws here for tension, you know, for being tight. Because we don't want any loose tuner screws. Okay, they all seem to be tight, and then we're going to just take this one. We're going to tighten that one down just a little bit. And that feels good. Okay, we're on to the next one. Just a little touch there. A turn. In fact, we're going to use our turner here. And she loosens right up. Wabba pam, okay? Check it for being tight. And it was. Look at that. That works like a dream now. We're going to kind of go around all the way around to make sure she goes all the way around. Not just playing around. It's a little bit tight in that one spot right there. But I don't think that's anything serious. Okay. Put a little bit on there. Run it around. We're going to put a little bit of lube on there. This one should be loosened up pretty much. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to wipe that off because I don't want lube running all over the place here. Okay? We flip it over. Get the other side. I think we're just going to kind of do this one all in one fell swoop. Okay, we got it right there. Tap. Put a little stuff on there. A couple of lines. And Oh yeah, this side's working real nice. And we'll go ahead and we'll tighten, make sure that everything's tight on this side too. Look at that. That one loosened right up. Got a feeling this one will too soon. Ooh, that one right in that gear. Oh yeah. Try it the other way. Yep, that freed right up nice. Okay. Let's put the cap back on my oil here if I find it. Okay, well, we'll find it later. Alright, we're going to wipe that down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure these are tight. Everything is where it should be. Bada boom, bada bing. Good. Good. Oh, that was a little loose. Glad we got that. And just a wee bit loose on there one too. Alright. Now, I think we're at the point where we can put some strings on it. And we are going to put some regular strings because of the nut. Now, I was looking at the nylon string. Well, let's back out. That's wide now. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're back in business. Alright, the nylon strings, they start off at, what size do they start off at? They start off at 0.028. So that's like a, you know, you got a 10 down here. That's like 3 times as wide as your normal 10 string on here. And this slot in the nut here is cut for a set of regular strings. So instead of having to go make the nut slot bigger and fool around with all that right there, we're going to put regular strings on it. And the regular strings are going to feel just fine because we're going to put some light gauge strings on it. And we're going to go with the good old Ernie Ball Super Slinkies here. It's a good all-purpose string, nice and light, great for beginners, and it's going to give you a great sound. So we're just going to go ahead and, whoa, use this back right here. Right, let me see what else I got over here. I'll tell you one thing. It's always a good thing. Always a good string. Always a good string. Okay, we're going to start off with the big one, the big E string. Okay. And let's see here. Can we widen out enough for that? Nope. We're about as wide as we're going to get. Okay, so I'm going to try just, what's going on down here isn't all that important. So we're going to go ahead and run that string through there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to this end. I think maybe we'll just kind of camp out down here. What do you say? We'll just do it down here, alright? And now what I usually do is I measure it with my finger, okay? I go to the knuckle, and I put the knuckle right here at this, and then I'll go there. And it usually puts it about a little bit past the next one there, so, okay? Now we're going to stick this string through there, like that there, okay? And then we're going to just start winding it up with our winder. We want it to wind over the top. In fact, we want it to wind towards the outside. Okay? Because we're going to gradually move these towards the inside. Okay? Now here comes my other string coming around here. We're going to pull that one through. We're going to keep tightening it up. Okay. And now we're going to poke this string through. Okay. We're going to keep on going until we get this string tight. Or not tight, but tighten down a little bit. Alright. Keep on going. There we go. Alright. So, pull that through right there. And I'm going to push that through right there. Okay. We're going to get in there. with our pliers, with our wire cutters here, we're going to go ahead and cut that off down there. You got to be careful not to cut the other string off, you know. Alright, we're just going to tighten that down a little bit. Alright, just a little. Alright, our nut has not moved. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side, do the other side with the light string. That way we get an even pull across there, you know what I mean? Do one side, do the other. Okay, and same thing as the other one. We just stick the string through here on this end. Comes out the little hole. And we'll run it down here to this first one right here. Measure it out just a little past the thing there. Stick it through the hole. And you keep it, you know, you're keeping your measuring, your finger on the measure there, where you measured it, okay? So you're right about there. So now I'm just going to take my finger, I'm going to put it over this. We'll just start winding this. If you can see that, yeah, you can still see it. They don't make these things easy to restring, you know. Okay, so now we're going to try to keep our string over to the side, so we'll just kind of move it so it's drawn from the side there. And she's winding up. You want to get a couple, 2, 3 go-arounds on there. Okay, so we're getting up towards the where we need to be there. There. Yep. Alrighty. Now we're going to see where that string is at. Try to get in there and cut that sucker off. Come right off the bottom. Yep, we can do that. Alright, we're going to get up in there. Just going to cut that right off. There. Now, we're going to go with our 32. Get the 32 on there. Yep. It's going to be a real nice playing little guitar. And you've seen how we go ahead and string these up, you know, you've seen that. And we're going to get, you know, how we measure it and stuff like that. So, tell you what, when we get this all strung up, we will be right back. Well, alrighty, we are back. And it has been a couple of days because, well, we had a little problem with the tuners here. See, we got it. I put this new one on here, but then this one here broke it off when I was trying to put some strings on it. And I know that these are old and brittle, so we went ahead, we just bought some new ones. See, we got some nice new shiny ones. Go right on there. That way you're going to be able to tune it up and give it a good play, you know, and it's always going to be reliable. So we're going to go ahead and put these on. And we had to get a new nut for it too because the nut was just a little bit too short. The nut that I got, these are made for like a like electric guitar, you know, like for a Les Paul or something like that. And the ones on the acoustic guitars are just a little bit wider, so we had to cut us a new nut right there, and we got that all in the rough shaped in. Now all we got to do is just get it, cut the nut slots or cut the string slots for it, and it should be all set to go. So we are going to go ahead and put these back on. We're going to put the tuning pegs on, and we're going to get the strings all taken care of, and we'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Well, alrighty folks, we got her all taken care of here. I gotta need to find some place to wipe this off at. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, let's take a look at this. We have brand new tuners on each side. We got a brand new nut that we cut there. That was just a bone, piece of blank bone. We had to sand it down, get it to the right length, cut the slots in it. We got her all installed there. We got it glued in there. She looks real nice. And now all we got to do is we're gonna stretch the strings on this, okay? And basically what we're gonna do is we got brand new fresh strings on there and everything's fresh. So what we're gonna do is we are going to Yeah, that's right. We're just going to basically, we got the strings tightened up a little bit. We're just going to give them a little bit of a stretch that kind of sets them into the, sets them in. You get some of the stretch out of them. Oh, you see, you can hear that. It goes pop, 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 pop when you pull on it. Which means that things weren't right. That will loosen up quite a bit. Alright. We'll just give it another little tug there, just for posterity. See, I see they've loosened up quite a bit, so is that one there. So we'll tighten that one up a little bit. Okay. That little tug. That little tug, that little tug. Okay. Now all I gotta do is find my tuner, wherever the heck that thing went. Ah, there it is over there. Let me go get it. Well, alrighty. Let's stick a tuner on this thing. Let's get her in the ballpark. What do you say? Alright. Turn the tuner on. There's E, G sharp, there's A, we just went past a little bit, that don't matter. Let's get D, D's right there. Oh, G was already sharp. We'll get B, and then E. That don't sound too good. What's up with that? Alright, I guess that's going to sit right on that end like that, huh? Alright. Alright, then we'll give it a little final tune. Well, not a final tune, but we'll give it another tune here. Okay, now we'll lay it back down here. We're going to give it another stretch. Trying to take some of that. Okay, we'll be right back. Well, alrighty, we are back. And I'll tell you one thing, man. Sometimes you just plain get lucky. Okay, here's the story. I was, where we left off, we was stretching the strings a little bit, just stretching them a little bit. And on most guitars, this would be just fine. But as I'm stretching the strings, the bridge blew out. I mean, this chunk of wood just come flying off there and the strings just went flying and everything went flying. So I had to go chase down this piece right here and we super glued it back into place. So it's probably stronger than it was before. So we got the strings back on it. We got it all tuned up. We got we cut the nut a little bit so that the notes would play a little bit more in tune. We got it playing so it's playing pretty good. She's looking pretty good, and well, let's hear what she sounds like here. What do you say? Well, just come on up a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, it sounds pretty good. Well, I think the customer's going to like this one here. We're going to give it one last little wipe down before they come and get it, and so it looks nice and pretty. But she's looking pretty good. Now remember, this was up in an attic. This was rescued from an attic. I mean, nice, look at that beautiful cherry burst on there. That's exactly what that is. That's a cherry burst. And you know, I don't think the camera is picking up the nice red color that it really is. But it really is a really nice red color there. You can kind of see it right there. So, we got another one going right here. Now, I got a little update on the contest for the guitar that we're giving away. See, things have kind of stalled a little bit. We don't seem to be getting as many subscribers as we would like to. So, basically what we're going to do is we are going to give away the guitar pretty dang soon. Maybe not on the next video, but maybe on the next one after that. You know, I just can't wait around much longer. People are getting antsy, and you know, I don't think I'm going to get too many more subscribers out of this. And one of the things that I would like to get people subscribing to my channel because they like the content and they like what I'm doing and they want to learn more about guitars, not just because I'm giving one away. You know, it seems like I get awful popular when I'm giving a guitar away, but when I'm not giving a guitar away, you know, not so hot. So we're gonna try to just I'm gonna do some shorts. I'm gonna do some just better content. And we're just gonna, you know, put out as many videos as we possibly can, and we're just gonna I'm trying to figure out what you guys want, you know. So let's do it. What do you say? All right, I tell you what. Let's zoom up a little bit here. We're gonna say adios for now from MOJO Shop Guitar, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for watching MOJO Shop Guitar.